It's about being a big part of everybody's lives more so than just having a smartphone in your phone.
Right.
You're going to need that access to certain buildings. AI technology is going to be a part of it because although you're going to still have your workers and your managers going to these buildings and getting access to certain places, AI is going to be control the control that says who's okay and who's not.
Yep.
AI is going to be in control of who's green-lit and who's not. The people you interact with, they're just going to say, oh, I'm just doing my job. Right? But when this MOTB is implemented into the earth, that's going to be the world revolutionary tactic right there. That's what's going to change everything. Okay? It's going to be the MOTB, the AI technology. What? And all countries are going to be implementing this AI technology at different times. Might have one country here do it, then this other country here do it. But all these countries they got these pilot programs with digital currency, pilot programs with digital e-wallets. NATO wants to introduce their own digital currency. The EU is definitely starting to do it. Australia. It's all going to be on this big database of digital big brothers, events, whatever you want to call it. It's all going to be on this mainframe that if you don't have this device in your hand or in your forehead, that's the big one that we're pushing right now, with these brain implants, so they want to push it out. With the FDA, they're saying that the brain is in my body, and my cousin or my grandma or my aunt that couldn't walk in a wheelchair, they could walk again, or they could talk again, or if the blind could see again. Yeah, these left-hand miracles. If it's okay, then it's okay if I take it and I'm normal, and they're going to push it just like they push the drive.
Yep.
So just like we have these drive-through testing centers, all that is going to transfer to drive-through chicken stations.
Yeah, because Whole Foods, they already got the swipe your palm. I was just on Whole Foods the other day. They got the palm reader thing. I don't know exactly what it is. How is it? I don't know if it's actually for scanning your actual.
They scan your palm. Yeah.
In the transaction center?
Yep.
Oh, that's great. I didn't know how it worked. I didn't try it. So
well, like we were saying, what Esau is doing is he's patenting technology after biometrics. That's what he's doing. Everything is being patented after biometrics. That's why they had to get us used to that concept through what? Through what's that? The word I'm looking for? Gradualism. Through gradualism. So there was a point in time where you swipe, then you insert it, and then you tap. So they desensitized us to tap because that was going to be used for biometric purposes. Because you're going to have to tap. You're going to have to tap, and go with your hand. So how are they using? What are they doing now? They're getting you used to putting your hand over certain things as a form of payment, so it won't seem weird when they actually introduce the MOTB. They had one where it was thumb. So now people ain't looking at it like, yo, that's freaky, that's science fiction. They're just like, okay, that shit easy, there ain't nothing wrong with it. But really all they doing is they playing with your subconscious through gradualism, man. And now what they're gonna do, or what they already doing, they're setting up these buildings. You can't walk in this building right here without having some type of badge. Or so they're creating. Why you think Red Lobster's shutting down? Why you think all these different places where you could get food and Chili's, all these different places where you could go to get food, they shutting down because Esau is centralizing the market under digital identification. That's what they're doing. They streamlining everything under digital identification. Well, you're not gonna be able to swing that Western country door anymore. You ain't swinging that country Western wooden door anymore. Okay, now you gotta tap that panel.
You can set your whole surveillance of your houses to up now.
Yep.
With touch, with thumbprint,
Yeah, cleaning cameras and all of that.
doorknobs.
That's all they doing, bro. To where you gonna have limited access points. To where, oh well, if you want to get food, you can only go to this spot. But in order to go to this spot, you gotta have this, or otherwise they won't let you in the shop.
Well, they got this.
They stopped first was no cash. They
Mm-hmm.
stopped no cash at
Yeah,
restaurants.
no cash because we got no change.
You have no cash?
Yeah.
And-
Remember the
and-
temperature scanners?
I remember those. Getting you used to that.
Just getting used to, checking the temperature.
Yeah.
TikTok was on, and TikTok, hey, that was the big.
You guys.
One of the showrunners said, you're supposed to think the key to break your car. The key don't break your car. This is one of many devices that cranks your car.
Let me zoom in.
Have this,
I'm zoomed in. You can just hold on. Let me
That micro thing.
right there. Yep.
yeah,
Just hold it right there.
chip is what cranks your car up. It's
Y'all
not
see
the
that?
whole key.
Bring it down just a tad bit. Yep, right there.
It should be a RFID thing.
Right there.
Yeah, it has a number attached to it.
Radio,
All right.
radio wave.
And that's everywhere. That's where this devil is looking to, like it tells you in the book of Thessalonians, sit up in the seat of the Most High, show himself as he is the Most High.
Hey, brothers, kind of slide in, come so I can get everybody.
Those micro devices are, it really gives this devil access to damn near everything on the face of the earth, because everything is plugged in by technology, and everything of technology nowadays has the hip in it. Name something at this point that doesn't have the hip in it besides humans. Everything has if it's actually machinery that's operating and generating, it has the hip in it.
They even use it in clothes for authentication purposes too. Where you have Montclair, you got certain other NBA jerseys where in order for you to verify if it's an authentic, a replica, or if it's authentic, or if it's a replica, if it has some type of microchip in it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. They had them digital tags on it. To where now, or you have, to where now sometimes if you want to go to a website, they don't have paper menus anymore. So if you want to go to if you want to eat somewhere and you ain't got no phone on you or your phone dead, oh, you ain't about to get no menu. Oh, you might as well use somebody else's phone. Hey, let me see your phone, what you got? Because your phone dead. So imagine when it's broken down even more. To where if you ain't got it, you can't use his he can't pay for your dinner. Ain't no splitting no tabs. Hey, I got this one. Everybody come in, bro, I got this. And you just pay with one. No, everybody, you scan, you scan, you scan, and you scan. Yeah.
I think even in New York, they just came out with this club. You have to have $50,000
Yep.
in order to actually get in. So they're doing all kind of weird digital verification.
New York.
You have to have $50,000 in your bank account.
You gotta pull up your bank account and show them that you got at least $50,000 in your bank account to come in the club.
It's, if I'm not mistaken, it's a spot in the airport where if you don't have a MasterCard, you can't go in there and eat. In the airport here in Atlanta.
Yep.
It's some type of expensive shit.
That's how you know things it's slowly transitioning around. As I watched this, I was listening to the news, and they were talking about even how consumer spending is switching up due to the fact from swiping to actually tapping. It makes people spend that much more faster. I think it's like transactions per minute or transactions. Like they actually monitor those things, and it's showing that people are really getting poorer and poorer as technology is advancing because it's too convenient. You get in the store and all you gotta do is hit. You know what I'm saying? Rather than waiting in line and stuff like that. You know, people are spending at a
faster pace.
faster pace.
I see that when they measure what's coming off of because a lot of those machines, these companies, they used to rent them.
Yeah.
They would rent when they were bringing in the new car machines.
Yeah.
You'll get a certain rate. They'll take off a certain percentage. But you get the machines for the price. To rent the machines, and all that info goes to the company. Goes to credit card. Goes to MasterCard. Goes to Visa. And they record that this store, this machine has this many transactions a day. And that way they'll know whether or not they want to keep producing and setting up this type, or they'll take it out and they'll give you another one. I'm talking about for the companies that rent it.
Yeah.
They're the ones that just buy it straight out. They get a certain percentage of it taken out. But all the info still goes to car company.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, debit or credit, is still go to MasterCard. They measure all of that. These all do everything by logistics.
It's all about tracking.
So you can do all of it.
Yeah, I got it right here. It's Ephesians 6 and 11. So AI earlier. It says, there's a point, verse 11 is, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Yep.
All right? We're going to this word wild. Cunning arts, secret craft, right? Now, methodized, compact word, right? The Greek word there is metal.
Look at that.
It says,
also, the word artificial, you know, that coincides with the word artificial too. Because that word artificial means to artifice. And artificing is the crafting. Like, artificial intelligence is the
Crafting of intelligence.
You know?
Yep.
To artifice anything is to create or crafting through wiles and tricks. You know, it's really it is high level witchcraft. The sorcery on the left hand side. You know, to be able to take technology and implant it within a humanoid, for lack of a better term, body, and for it to be able to function and even override your system. Because it's not just like it's just compatible.
Yeah.
Technology is not compatible within your body. You know, your body actually resists it and try to push it out. You know, but Esau is gonna, through his left hand means, have it where it actually attaches within your system and damn near try to override it, man. Because of course we know as technology, advanced technology that's smart, AI, it wants to control.
Yeah.
All right, it doesn't just want to be dormant and be controlled. It actually wants to take over the whatever thing that is attached to. By and by, it wants to actually control. I think they actually had a video where it was like a robot, gave it a little bit of independence of thought. I forget how the video actually processed, but it basically was saying like thoughts are generating to take over the world.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the thing with that technology. You know, you watch movies like Iron Legend and things of that nature, you know, where this devil will give robots luxury and stuff like that to roam around next to your nose, look at your system, and all hell breaks loose. You know, Esau knows that technology is destructive, but in the future of things, it's a rat race for that technology.
Show you that to a degree. You watched the last Godzilla vs. Kong. It's fighting the Mega Godzilla at the end.
Oh yeah, man.
The robot.
Yeah, mechanic. Yeah.
Dude was controlling it.
Controlling it.
Brain.
Right,
His
yeah.
brain. Like it got basically got like hijacked, and the brain of the other monster was like taking it over and fucking guys up. You know, I thought about that.
Yeah.
But that's like what it's like. It's like take over and try to fucking
Gain 100%
Yep.
gain 100%
consciousness.
100% consciousness, right? Yep.
And that's what's going to even lead to this devil's demise. Because this devil is biting off more than he can chew.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he wants to keep the foot on the masses of these people's neck. And he knows, all right, even now with the technology that he keeps feeding us, he keeps giving us the same damn phones over and over again. How many more gimmicks does he got?
Right.
You know, PlayStation and Xbox and things of that nature. He just keep remixing these damn games every single year. You know? Now the features might be looking a little, you know, they might update the roster, whether it's 2K or, you know, any sports. But for the most part, he's not really creating any type of feat that's keeping the people, you know what I'm saying, plugged all the way in. You know what I'm saying? After a while, people are starting to get bored with the stuff. So he needs to already come up with some type of cutting edge developing technology to keep the mass of the people, you know what I'm saying, stamped, keep this from their neck. And that's why he's highly invested into that AI, man. You know? And China is too. I just seen that with Neuralink, they got a Chinese version, which we already know. They got a Chinese Neuralink, man.
It's called the Elvis.
The Elvis.
Right, so now, what was mentioned that artificial intelligence, right? Artificial technology. So, I'm gonna read something real quick, right? This is the scriptures where it says Isaiah 3:3. It says the captain of 50 and the honorable man and the counselor and the cunning artificer and the eloquent orator. Right? Now, when you go into artificial, the root word of it is artifice, which means man-made. Okay? Man-made, made by man, contrived by human skill and labor. So that's the root of artificial, right? Artificial, right? So now, when you go into the word in the Hebrew for artificer, the word is charash. Okay, charash, which means solid, secret, magic art, magician. Okay? Now, right? I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. Okay? Now, when you go into the root of that word, or the next definition for charash, guess what it means? To cut in, engrave, devise.
Look at that.
To cut in, engrave.
Everything comes full center.
Yeah, 'cause even to devise something, Esau don't use that device, man. You know, that's his plan to really get things jumping.
Damn, that's bad.
Is to cut into you. Yeah, artificial technology makes things more.
You can't get around it.
Why you think these Elon Musk trials is always dealing with humans? You know, of course they start off with surgical procedure. Yeah. It doesn't just, you can't just externally add it to the skin and it works. They want it to be inside of you. And they aim for certain set points within the brain mainly. That's why the scripture says the right hand on the forehead. If they could put it in your forehead, it's that much more effective for your depending on your electrodes. Like if you have creative barriers and stuff like that, if you put that hip on the, like you got the frontal lobe, you got your hippocampus. That's one of the main ones they want to put in that hippocampus, if I'm saying it correctly. Hippocampus region, you know, so that it can actually advance your mind, you know, amongst certain disabilities. See, they're marketing it now amongst the disabled individuals that's quadriplegic, paraplegic, can't see. So it's like, all right, we're helping these people, but it's gonna start to leak over, right? So just the common person just wants some advanced technology to see who's attracted to them. They got that, where you can actually register thoughts or emotions of individuals around you to see if people are attracted to you. They're doing it through glasses, but they're looking to do these things through actual bodily enhancements.
Yeah, and then eventually through And through them rolling out that plan and streamlining it as a trend, what's going to eventually end up happening is just you're going to have it for security purposes.
Security purposes.
They're not even going to care what you want to do with it. You got to get it if you want to, have, your identity secured.
Yeah.
You want to be able to eat, you got to have it. See, right now it's optional, but like you said, they doing it in a trendy type of way. People are getting it to play chess and, do all other forms of worldly shit, get access to certain things. But really, to be honest, Esau gonna give you niggas the basic package.
I'm thinking that, but
You ain't gonna get the the platinum package. You gonna get the basic package, limited access. Nigga, you gotta work
from that chip.
right. That shit gonna come negative 50,000 or some shit. You gotta work your debt up.
Hand gonna be swole.
Big old nasty pink hand, pink and purple. You gonna have a big scar on a big pus filled sore. Hey, because I did a lesson on that, man. The dangers of radio frequency.
Oh, yeah.
All scientists and neurological scientists says that radio frequency waves are extremely
Oh, hell yeah.
harmful for the human body, man. It causes cancer. It's basically it causes cancer and neurological damage.
Because the brain produces hormones.
Yeah,
So when you have a foreign wave coming into something,
which is being
when a wave comes into another wave, what happens?
it crashes. So think about it, and then you got a external wave coming from an unknown source that's distributing data into a device that's inside of your body, and it's sending invisible waves into your hand consistently. All day this wave is gonna be going. What do you think the 5G towers are about?
Yeah.
Sending out those waves and signals, man.
Right.
So they gotta be setting up the infrastructure for this particular device so they could push out these different waves to hit that device. Because otherwise, if the wave, it's just like if you go to a tap, right? If your phone is dead and you want to tap with your phone, it's not going. That's a radio frequency. That signal is not going to emit from that one device to the next if that phone is dead. So you have to have a source that's emitting that radio frequency to where you could, pop it around. Because what's going to be storing that info? It ain't like the MOTB is going. You're gonna have to plug it in and charge it. So what's going to keep that thing fired up then?
And the range of it, because there's, like you mentioned, the towers. They gotta have these towers to extend the range so that the signal won't break.
Yep.
You know how you have like a Wi-Fi signal to a radio. You get so far away from it, shit can start chopping and it'll break up. They don't want that broken up, area.
Yep.
So they gotta have these towers.
They got to have it set up.
All over the city.
Now let's say there's an electrical.
Now their argument, they'll say, oh, well, the device is passive. So if you're not trying to actively tap it onto something, it doesn't work. But that works, that looks good on paper. But when everything around you is set up to send a signal, it's
always going to be, yep.
I remember I was going to work, right? I was going to work. I got my card. And I passed about, I might be 2-3 feet away from the machine. My card, it'll still beep because my card is in my pocket. And I'm 2 or 3 feet away. But because I walked by the tap machine thing, it'll still, it'll still beep.
Look at that.
It'll still beep because I didn't try to actively tap.
But because it had,
So imagine if it's in you and you walking by it, there's still a signal that's going to be pushed out.
yep. And that's why the scriptures speak about that grievous sore. Yeah, you can read it.
This is Revelation 16, verse 2. And the first went and poured out his gall upon earth, and there fell a morsel, the grievous sword among the men which had the mark of the beast.
Yeah, that grievous sore, when you look into that word sore, it says a pus or a cancer. All right? So if the MOTB is being in the white man's army, or if the MOTB is Christianity, if the MOTB is the world, sleeping with the white woman, and all these other things that these people say, then what sore are you gonna get from taking it? What's gonna be the sore? See, these guys have still failed to break this thing down in totality, man. They haven't went into it, man. That's a physical sore. When you look up that word, it says pus, man.
Ain't spiritual, ain't metaphor.
Nope.
It says physical.
It's going to be a grievous. Like, people are going to be, for those that got in their head, hey, the guy, I read the article that the Mayan put in the group about the guy that took the Neuralink. First of all, 85 wires are already detached. And his brain has shifted 3 times at the rate that these scientists expected for his brain to shift. So this is extremely dangerous technology, man. This is not safe. This is not fucking, medically approved. This is a nigga that's power tripping, and that's the only method that he can come up with. The nigga is not trying to make sure there's safe procedure. You niggas ain't gonna be sterilizing the needle and doing all that. Nigga gonna be pricking you niggas and sending you out the door, that rotating door, man. So that grievous sore is talking about a pus-filled sore that you gonna get, man. That's a cancer, man. A lot of you people gonna have that big ass fucking hand, man. Walking around here making transactions. Yeah, man, like hit them chip, man. Them chip pads probably gonna be dirty as hell, man. Big pus all, niggas can't hold it in the air. Niggas just landing on the pad. That shit gonna be, bro. It's gonna be all kind of health risks dealing with that, man. Just a big old hand. There's so much pus in it ain't going. The signal ain't being sent properly.
But yo, imagine the people. Now we see what happened with the JAB, right?
Yeah.
Everybody is now having residual effects.
Yep.
So imagine when you get,
Yeah.
same thing, but imagine the amount of migraines and headaches.
Oh,
yeah.
bro, a lot of people gonna kick the bucket behind that shit, bro. A lot of people can't take that shit, man.
Like, walk around like Darth Vader.
Or they gonna have to be amputees. This is unsafe. This is unsafe technology that they about to implement, man.
They show it to you in the movie that Jamie Foxx was in. He started out as the cool guy, and this other guy, they would take these pills. Project Power. That's it, Project Power. You remember when the guy, when he couldn't get the pills, he didn't even look the same no more. She was all, swollen and fucked up, Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that pulse, like taking this shit.
Yep.
That shit gonna fuck up.
It's gonna jack them up. Hey, that's why we send up to Abanawa, man. Deliver us from evil.
But yeah, see, this devil with artificial advances, he's going to point a lot of you people out. We just seen that thing with this nigga when Esau tried to inject that swine. When that pig heart.
Oh, he got pig kidneys. It lasted for 2 months, and then he's back in his glory.
Back with the Lord.
Right. Do it anyway. Then out of everything, you put a pig's kidney. Like, come on, Black. But finish that, Shalimar. Finish that. Revelation 16.
16 to 2.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and what's the image? The image goes into the system. All right, the way of it. All right, because in order for you to be able to use the MOTV, they have to set up or implement a system for it to be distributed properly. Because you can't just have it inside of you and you can't access anything. What's the point of it? So they're setting up a system. They're setting up a database. They're putting everybody's names in there. There's all kind of digital inputs, documentation that they're going to have. It's going to Yep, it's going to send these signals real fast from one point to the next. So that's why it's going to be this going to be groundbreaking technology, like what the brother Barzal said. Okay, so those that worship the system, if you notice, if you look around the world, everybody's into the world. Everybody loves this world, man. Everybody wants to embody the image of this world. They want to be more American than they were yesterday, man. But that's basically Esau priming you to go into the next system. It's gonna be easy for a lot of these people, man. A lot of you people, when you have these conversations with people, you be like, man, it's a hardcore American. You know, this is a hardcore American. You can see it on them. You know, and you know what? A lot of these hardcore back row white boys, they gonna fight against this.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
A lot of you Dems are gonna be the first ones getting this, man. A lot of you fucking liberals.
The light of the dim, you shall be dim.
Yep.
That's why they don't want to live here. They don't even want to live in the city.
They hate coming to it. Only time they come to Atlanta is for the SEC championship.
They want to be up there in
Coming.
Forsyth. Oh, Dahlonega.
They want to be all up in them areas.
Canton.
Down want to be
Yep.
there.
Yeah, Woodstock and all
They be
that.
building all that shit up over there.
Oh yeah. They don't want no niggas up there. So you think you think them towns that, first of all, they don't even like you to build new fucking McDonald's in their towns.
Oh yeah.
Let alone you come up there telling them they gotta put something in they. First of all, they don't even want no computers in their houses. Some of them.
Yeah.
You know? Some of them don't even want that. They want modern technology. They want old school cars. They want dollars. They want the old way. You know? They want 25-cent ice cream cones. They ain't with change. That's why they call conservatives.
Yeah.
They with the old way. They want it to stay this way. We don't want it to change. Yep.
That has made us and given us this type of life.
Yep.
Yeah.
That I'm fine with living with.
But
And
yeah,
I
they
and
know
they, and
that
they,
Too much change
yep.
with this.
They know what
Too much.
They know
That's why they call
the
liberals.
party, the liberals, and anything that they do with liberation is to destroy the infrastructure of the thing that was already established. Like this whole thing with the LGBT community, that literally just jacked up the whole mainframe of America.
Yep.
America's already been a good question, but it makes it all right. Now you got these LGBT weirdos that want to box with females. And then you got it where some of them will claim that they're that gender just to get in and win a check and get back out.
Yep.
You know, glitching the system when really it shouldn't even be like that. But due to the fact that they accept everything, it goes off the infrastructure.
And you know that they're going to accept the MOTB. If you look now, majority of the people that got them is all these Dems with all these tattoos.
Yeah, they already already call themselves non-binary.
Yeah, they're going to be the first ones to get it. But that's why it's going to be a race war, because these people that hold Christian values and Christian ideology, they're not going to be with this.
They're gonna, and a lot of them know it's the hip.
A lot of them know it,
It's the
man.
mark of the beast.
So they're going to fight up against the current government, and that's what's going to bring civil war.
Yeah, if you listen to certain news outlets, conservative outlets, they'll go into it. I've listened to one, and they was on point. You know, to be honest, going into Revelation, the 13th chapter, that's the hip, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? It's RFID. Like these devils know, you know, to a certain level. You know, and they're gonna look to resist when things actually hit the fan, because it only makes sense as we see these advances take place. It's not just us that see these advances take place. The world sees these advances take place. You got certain websites like the end of the AmericanDream.com, and they push a lot of stuff with the hip and artificial intelligence, and then they'll go into the book of Revelation because they know that those are end time prophecies, and the advances of technology is leading to the mass of these people. It's not. As technology is advancing, people are dying, man.
And as technology is advancing, there's more of an attack on conservatism.
Oh yeah.
So there was a time in America where the conservative Republican was the face of America. That was the way. The liberals was at the bottom. They was, abolitionists and, marching with Martin Luther King, getting their ass kicked and all that, But the conservatives was the ones that people was glorifying. Now, these little young kids that's growing up in conservative households, They cut on the TV and all they seeing is liberalism and prosperity under liberalism. Tattoos, all the music, everybody's down in Trump. So it's more of a trendy thing to be a liberal, because why? Because liberalism, you could bring in the New World Order. Under liberalism, man, you can't really bring that in under conservatism because people ain't gonna stand for it. So this is what's gonna bring that hardcore divide. Okay? Yep, we can get ready to close it out. Your brothers had a closing precept.
I was going to read this title and the brothers got it. But this is under the end of the AmericanDream.com. It says, we are being warned that nanobytes will be flowing through our bodies by 2030 and will be used to connect our brains to the internet. You know, it's a lot on the article, but there's a lot of stuff that pops up. Like I said, this is more than likely a conservative site. You know, Bible Belt, stuff like that. They see how technology is growing, nanotechnology and things of that nature.
Yeah, because like what they're going to introduce as the MOTV, that's not the end of that type of technology. Things are going to get a lot more smaller. There's going to be a lot, like, they didn't start with just regular flip phones. They kept advancing the technology, the smartphones, and you know, they became a lot thinner.
Yeah, it's kind of electronic miniaturization.
Yeah.
So, I understand what they're saying. You get the MOTV now, it's this type. When you think about 10 years in the future, and now they're putting, because going into that word inoculation, right, it needs to implant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, instead of them just using the Nicaragua to put the device in you, just one device, let's put a bunch of nanobots in you, and it's all through your bloodstream and it's monitoring.
Yeah, you want to put that.
Everybody want to push the pill and all of that.
Yep.
Robots.
Because it's going to advance. It's just starting there to get everybody on board.
Yep.
Then they're going to continue to advance the technology. They can put it in you. It's all running through your brain,
Yep.
your circulatory system, your nervous system, your bloodstream.
And that's when you become literally a slave to the elite.
That's what you're going to do.
And there was a video that somebody said what show like the progression of society for like the next 50 years, and it showed man as a caveman, then you know the whole thing, and then when it started to get towards the end, it started showing a man turn into like a cyborg, because that's the program that Esau is trying to implement to make you a literal slave to the New World Order, is turn you into a robot and that's why they trying to get you at birth. They gonna put all that stuff in you at birth and then groom you into. You saw that in the movie Ready Player One.
Yeah.
You know, where life was pretty much it was a dystopian world. Everything was like a big junkyard, and they had to plug into an alternative reality, and it was all artificial. The Matrix. So hey man, we got to get out of here, bro. Yep. Well,
Movie Gamer too.
Yep.
The Movie Gamer, you got it after that, but it's like the Movie Gamer, it was convicts that could get out if they had that hip in them, and it would be actually controlled on a video game like Call of Duty, you know, to actually either kill other players or kill other convicts, but they would sign, and if you would win the game, they would have a headset and they would communicate with the person that's controlling them. Like, yeah, go left, you know what I'm saying, go left. And they would if you win, you would pretty much be able to get your freedom. You know, this devil, ain't no telling what this devil is trying to come up with. He's gonna do some stuff for those convicts, which he says bond too.
Yeah.
So he's gonna do something to get those, you know, whether it's less time or to be in some type of weirdo experiment.
Yeah.
You know, this devil's gonna do. He got some more shit.
Yeah, he got some shit. You can bring that scripture out, bro. We'll close it out.
Revelation 14 and 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark.
All right, so let's break that down. If any man worship the beast, who is the beast? NATO. All right. The 7 heads and the 10 horns written of in the book of Revelation 13, Revelation 17. Okay. That's NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which is comprised of all the different countries, European countries and America that make up that particular union or alliance. That's the beast. Okay? Because it goes into the scriptures and it explains the 7 heads and the 10 horns. Okay? So it says if you worship the beast or his image. Okay, what is the image of the beast? Is the system. See, the same things that's happening here in America is happening in the UK, it's happening in France, it's happening in Germany, it's happening in Belgium, it's happening in Latvia, all Switzerland. They are all, if you are a part of that alliance, you know, the presidents of these particular countries are getting that email. That memo, set it up, nigga. Yep. Here's the rollout. That's why they go to the WEFs. You know, so that they can get the memo. The World Economic Forum. You know, that's where they go to get all the plans and the rollouts, and then they go back to their country implementation. Go ahead.
It says, and his image, and received his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High,
Yep.
which is poured out without mixture.
Because we notice that all these things are lining up for you to be physically implanted with some type of device by NATO. We see that. So it would have to be the way that GMS breaks it down. Because I don't see a physical beast coming with some type of mark. We see an alliance, a governmental alliance, that's creating a digital system through biometrics that they want to get everybody on board. That's what we see, man. So we draw that conclusion and we warn the people. I don't see any other equation. Because you would have to say, all right, what's the beast? What's the image? And what's the mark? Yeah. They ain't, so it's like you gotta give us all, you gotta give us everything. You know? You can't just give us one. You give us the whole thing. All right? That's it, right, bro? On that scripture? Yep. My brother's walking up.
It says, poured out without mixture into his cup of his
Yep.
indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone
Yep.
in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
That's talking about the missiles. Yeah, you're gonna get embarrassed. You know the type of punishment that is to get burnt on fire in front of a crowd? You know, the holy angels, Yahweh Shai, the Most High, the elect, is going to watch you people burn that got the chip. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close it out. Brothers can wrap it up.
Yeah, hey, so with that, hope for the edifying camp. We're going to close out, giving all praises, our glory, and honor unto you.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash.
Once again, double honor to the apostles, the elders, and the Shalom.
Shalom.